It's Week 7 of the NFL, and our focus goes to Jalen Johnson.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run with a former Panther. It's D'Onta Foreman. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Chicago! D'Onta Foreman, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Huntley. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Bears defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Huntley. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Third down, here's Huntley now. On the move past the 40. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the... That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, he had to fit that into a... over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case,
and now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! His second rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Michael Mayer, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. You look at this Bears defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Huntley to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's trying to get as much as he can. And, boy, a lot's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to give it to him. He needed 5. He didn't get much more than that. But it's enough at a first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Huntley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kattymadden. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Foreman powering ahead. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go, son.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Right.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They run it on first with Foreman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Fields. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. And that is caught off the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the main field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Huntley.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
And meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Now a give to Foreman. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And the Raiders have got him. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 36. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, Huntley.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Huntley off of play action.
They'll roll him out right.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Delay of game, option.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Here we go. Shot.
They go play action with Huntley.
And it's complete to Adams. He is out of bounds inside the 35. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So
message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. DeAndre Carter returning it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Looking to throw here, Huntley. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Landry. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago! He goes 57 yards on the punt return, and the Bears are able to widen their advantage. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. But it's no secret. That's why they haven't returned punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Huntley. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Huntley's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
Calling a gain of a yard, and now it's 3rd and 3.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Huntley looks to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the gun, here's Fields. Dances by him, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Fields now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now, glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Fighting to stay upright. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. To the left side, there's Mayer. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know that they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. But I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for the defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Huntley now bootlegging it. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Raiders.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Over the middle, he's got Mayer.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
They're going for it. Huntley. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Zamir White.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, seeming that things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Tyree Wilson
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here's Fields.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Foreman will try to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Chicago. This will be fielded at the 17. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
It's got Hooper on the short connection. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Huntley.
And that's complete to Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a good stiff arm and some space to run.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Huntley to throw. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On their own side of the field, close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give them credit for that one.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
3rd down. Here's Huntley now. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Okay, ready? 18 rattle, 18 rattle.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Huntley. He finds Mayer here.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Huntley.
Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as a stopper with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Huntley. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses.